We are live. Welcome back to another episode of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here by my brother Tim, and we've got a full MLB slate to be going over here for Friday, September the 3rd. We also got a couple college football to go over as well. Should be a fun day overall. But you guys know what we do before we get into today's slate. We always go back and look over yesterday's slate. And I'll start with baseball, and then I'll move over to college football, and then baseball yesterday. I took some shots on dogs. I went 0-2-1. I got a push from Milwaukee's first five, which was plus 160. I found out really quickly Detroit first five was not the play, and then Tampa Bay, they didn't really show up yesterday. First five minus a half did not cash as well. So 0-2-1 on baseball yesterday. I didn't really love the slate, so I wasn't expecting anything crazy from it. College football, I went, I think, 1-2-1. I had 4 plays yesterday. I took the one push was the Minnesota Golden Gophers plus the 14. It is what it is. And then we had their 2 losses. South Florida forgot there was football, and so did the East Carolina Pirates. And then my only winner of the day, of course, was a play I put up on the community post. If you guys got to follow, or you guys got to be subscribed so you can get the community post as well. I took the Thunderbirds plus 45 against Arizona State, and they covered, losing 41-14, but they cover. So that was a nice little cash to end the night there. So overall, last night, I was only down a third of a unit, and that was strictly because we went 3-0 in WNBA, because, of course, WNBA saves the day for us. So overall, I lost like a third of a unit, so I can't really complain.
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty much in the same boat. Baseball yesterday for me, let's see, I had nothing in that game. I had the Brewers, didn't work out. Tampa Bay run line, they lost 4-0, and I had the under in the Braves game, which barely cashed. So a 1-2 baseball day. On the other side, we had for college football, I had ECU, which didn't work out. I had the USF, which didn't work out. Minnesota was a push. And the funny thing with that Southern Utah and Arizona State, I bet that one because about 10 minutes before the game because I was watching Almost Adult Thing. It's a show on Picks and Parleys with Allie and Lenny and Cam, and I'm like, you know what? They're all betting it. Screw it. I threw money on it. I threw a unit on it, and then it ended up cashing because 45 points is way too much to lay on a team. So I ended up cashing that. But ultimately yesterday, it said I was profitable yesterday, but I don't remember being profitable yesterday. You know why I'm profitable? Same reason why Nick was profitable. WNBA. We hit on New York Liberty and the under in the 2 8 o'clock games. So overall, a profitable day, barely, and that's because of WNBA. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. Unfortunately, no WNBA today, but there will be more tomorrow and Sunday.
Cool. Good morning. Let's get money. Why not? App State. Minnesota. Did you get 14.5 on that one? Is that they were push a soda?
Yeah, we got 14, so that one pushed. And can I mention one thing before we move on? That was targeting.
Yeah,
that was 100% targeting, and they didn't call it. So the refs kind of messed up that game for us because they could have kept going down the job. That guy was unconscious for at least a couple of seconds when he hit the turf. So that was scary, and the refs didn't call anything, which was kind of bullshit. So unfortunate there that a call like that cost the game.
We hope he's okay, by the way.
Yes. Of course. I mean, he got off the field all right. He didn't get stretchered out. He walked off the field. But that should have been targeting, and the Minnesota should have kept the ball, and then who knows from there. So horrible call by the refs, but whatever.
And by the way, last night, if you really think about it, that was a bad beat on East Carolina plus the points. Because they had that one play before the half that was ruled a touchdown on the field. I don't know how they had undisputable evidence to overturn the call, and they overturned it. And that cost you. Oh, well. We'll move on there. We'll kick it on off here with the first baseball game of the day. We have the Pittsburgh Pirates at the Chicago Cubs in this one. The Cubs are a minus 130. I'm getting the lineup. Minus 137, plus 127 the other way with the Pirates. A total of 8.5 in this game. We're getting Stephen Brott versus Alec Mills in this matchup. Are you looking to get involved on the first game of the day here?
All right, we have to have some type of music. Da-na-na-na-na-na. This is your 1-800-GAMBLER game of the day. No, I'm not interested in this one. It's just not a spot I want to go after. You get two pitchers that suck, two teams that suck. 1-800-GAMBLER. Yep, 100%. Exactly what I was thinking. No, I'm not interested in this game. I'm not even. And it's one of those games. I know you could try to look for value everywhere. It's one of those games where I was handicapping last night. I looked down and went, nope, and kept moving. So, no, I'm not interested in your 1-800-GAMBLER degenerate game of the day. That starts at 2 o'clock because everybody wants to bet on daytime baseball. No, thank you.
Alrighty then. How am I going to follow that one up? We'll look at the pitching matchup for this one. Stephen Brott's 0-3. He with 4.57 ERA, a 1.38 WHIP. He has 21 in the third innings pitched, 14 strikeouts and 6 walks. On the other side, Alec Mills is 6-6 with a 4.32 ERA, a 1.42 WHIP, 89 and 2/3 innings pitched, 65 strikeouts and 25 walks. And looking at this matchup here, we have Stephen Brott, which I was looking at his game logs here, has looked not good at all since returning. He gave up 7 earned runs in 3 innings pitched in his last start. He actually didn't look half bad before that. 1 earned run, 0 earned runs, 2 earned runs, and 1 earned run, but that was in 4, 5 and 2/3, and 4. This guy's just not going far into games. And then you're getting to that Pittsburgh bullpen pretty early to a point where if you're betting the first 5 here, you might see some bullpen action for the Pirates. On the other side, Alec Mills is 6-6 with a 4.32 ERA, a 1.42 WHIP, an 89 and 2/3 innings pitched, 65 strikeouts and 25 walks. And I'm actually going to take a shot here with the home team. I like the Cubs in this matchup. I took them first 5, minus the 137. Yes, I know this is the 1-800-GAMBLER game of the day. Not to me. I see some value on this Cubbies team that's been playing a little bit better as of late. The Pirates have lost 4 of their last 6 games and 3 in a row. The Cubbies have won 3 straight games. Yeah, let that sink in. I'm going to go with the Cubs here in the first 5 innings. I think that they're able to get to Stephen Brott a little bit here.
3 straight games. They won 3 straight games against Pittsburgh, against Minnesota, and Minnesota. All right, fair enough. We'll go ahead and move on to this one.
Yes, we have the New York Mets at the Washington Nationals in this matchup. We're getting Rich Hill and Stephen Nolan, I want to say. Sean Nolan. I'm still learning some of these pitchers that are coming in September. Minus 135 for the Mets, a plus 125 for the Nationals. Total of 9 in this game. Where are you looking at for this game?
I will say, it is amazing how good this Mets team can play if they don't have to play LA and San Francisco every other day. Since that bad stretch of 14 games against those 2 good teams, the Mets have only lost 1 game, and now they've won, I believe it's 4 straight. They've won 4 straight games. No, it's 4. They've won 4 straight games against Washington and Miami, and they're starting to look better. They're only 5 games back now for the division, and these games all matter. They get a 5-game series now against the Washington Nationals, and then they get 3 more against Miami. Over this next 8 games, I could see the Mets winning 6 to 7 of them, and they're right back in the playoff race. Keep in mind, they also have a series against Atlanta the last weekend of the year. So That being said, I did this line did open up at a 150. I was waiting for it to get a little bit lower so I could bet the Mets. It's 137 now. I grabbed the Mets then. I took the Mets today, even with Rich Hill on the mound against the Washington Nationals.
Fair enough. And you said you're looking at the Mets potentially being able to make a run back at the Braves. They're plus 750 to win the division if you're interested.
No.
All right. Looking at this game for me, Rich Hill so far this season is 6-6. He's a 4.11 ERA with a 1.20 WHIP, 127 innings pitched, 115 strikeouts, and 43 walks. He is 0-2 since joining the Mets. On the other side, Nolan is 0-2 with a 6.57 ERA, a 1.86 WHIP, 12 and a third innings pitched, 13 strikeouts, and 3 walks. And looking at this game here, it's weird to say the Mets have a pitching advantage with Rich Hill on the mound. Yeah, that feels weird. But looking at this game, yeah, they definitely do. I mean, Nolan's not looked good at all. Granted, he's only thrown 12 and a third innings pitched. And looking at this Mets team, they're actually playing much better as of late. They've won 5 in a row, 6 of their last 10. And on the other side, Washington's lost 8 of their last 10 games. So this is a Washington team that is struggling. And I think they continue that today. I like the Mets here, first 5 run line. I got it at plus 115. It is still a plus 115. I think the Mets are able to take care of business here against the Nationals here.
I believe I saw a stat that the Nationals have lost like 20 out of 26 games as well. They've not been good lately, so no. Didn't Mets pitcher lose against Nats before? Probably.
Wow, this would be the third time Nolan starting against the Mets, and he's lost both times. The first time he faced the Mets, gave up 4 earned runs and 8 hits and 3 innings pitched. The other time gave up 2 earned runs and 6 hits and 5 and a third. He's lost both games.
Yes, last time Rich Hill pitched against the Lex Steele, you're right. Rich Hill did pitch against the Nationals his last start out on the 27th. He went 5 innings, allowing 2 runs and 5 hits, and the Mets lost 2-1 that day. But honestly, he pitched solid against them, and now the Mets are starting to hit again. It's amazing what they could do if they're not thrown into a shitty schedule where they play 14 out of 15 days against LA, San Fran, LA, and San Fran. So, no, I think the Mets are switching it up. I don't. If this was last week, I would have said, yeah, maybe the Nationals upset. Today, no, I don't think so.
Sounds good. We'll move on to the next matchup here. We'll go from one New York team to the next. We have the Baltimore Orioles at the New York Yankees in this one. It's a minus 220 for the Yankees. It's a plus 200 for the Orioles in this matchup. A total of 9 in this game. John Means takes on Nestor Cortez in this matchup. John Means is 5-6 with a 3.46 ERA, one WHIP, 114 and a third innings pitched, 104 strikeouts, and 19 walks. On the other side, Nestor Cortez, the new ace of the Yankees, 2-2 with a 2.77 ERA, a 1.09 WHIP. I'm joking about the ace, by the way. And 61 and a third innings, 2/3 innings pitched, 64 strikeouts, and 19 walks. And looking at this matchup, I'm going to go right back to the Yankees here. This is an easy fade the Orioles spot, even though they do have John Means on the mound, which is, I think, the only bright spot in that pitching rotation for the Orioles, considering the other guys they have to worry about are Aiken and Harvey and Lopez and Watkins. No thank you on that one. So I'm going with the Yankees here. First 5 on the run line, minus 130. I think that's definitely a reasonable price to pay here for this New York Yankees team that's been playing pretty good baseball down the stretch. They did slow down after their big 13-game winning streak. They have won 6 of their last 10 games, though. And I think they take care of business here against a really bad Baltimore Orioles team that always seems to struggle in New York. I definitely can see that. You can get them minus 2.5 here at plus 125. I would not argue with that. I think that they take care of business in this one. Plus 106, I don't hate it. I'm going with the New York Yankees here. First 5, minus the half a run at minus 130.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't know why you're going against these red-hot Baltimore Orioles. No, okay. I mean, they haven't lost 20 straight games, so can we consider that? And they've won 1 out of their last 2 games, so all hell the. Okay. This is a pass for me. The line's just way too wide. I know Cortez and his stash are a meme and everything, and everybody loves the Yankees right now. I'm not so much on the train right now. I'm going to be passing on this game. John Means, I know you said he's been the bright spot. He hasn't really been that good since the sticky ban. So,
he's the best the Orioles have at pitching.
Did,
That's
yes.
what I was getting at.
Yes,
considering their other options are Colby Aiken, or Keegan Aiken, Matt Harvey, Jorge Lopez, Spencer Watkins.
Okay, I get it. I was just saying John Means has just not been that good since the sticky ban. So, nothing I could trust. Pass for me, maybe even a lean towards the over.
Fair enough here. We'll move on to the next game. The Oakland Athletics are at the Toronto Blue Jays. We get the Blue Jays here at around -150. It's a +135 the other way with the Athletics. Total of 8.5 in this game. Sean Manaea takes on Alek Manoah. Where are you looking at for this matchup?
I don't know. I did type it up. I'm going with the under in this one. And it's mainly just, once again, a fade of Toronto. Toronto's gone under 8 out of their last 10 games. They've been pitching really well, and they've been good enough hitting wise where they've been able to get by. But they haven't been going. They've gone under 8 out of their last 10 games. They've been not as sharp. Oakland Athletics, besides that 3-game series against Detroit, where they're on an under streak as well. 5 out of their last 5 games. But that's because of the 3 games against Detroit. Pitching matchup solid: Sean Manaea and Alek Manoah. So I like the under in this game. I think this ends up being a 3-2 type game, especially in Toronto, which, as we said, plays big. And a lot of people still love the over for Toronto, and they just have not been going over lately. So under in the Toronto-Oakland game.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Looking at the pitching matchup here, we have Sean Manaea 8-9 with a 3.97 ERA, a 1.25 WHIP, and 142 and 2/3 innings pitched, 156 strikeouts, and 36 walks. On the other side, Alek Manoah is 5-2 with a 3.15 ERA, a 1.06 WHIP, in 74 and 1/3 innings pitched, 86 strikeouts, and 25 walks. And I can definitely see this being a lower scoring game as well. We have 2 pitchers that can turn it up on any given day. Alek Manoah, I think, is one of the better pitching prospects in Major League Baseball right now. And then Sean Manaea is a wild card. Here's the thing with Sean Manaea. He'll either give you 6-7 innings of no runs to 1 run, or he'll give you 4 innings of 6 earned runs. You just got to figure out which Sean Manaea you're getting that day. Personally, I stayed off this game. I just don't see enough value to go and attack it. But if I would have to, I would lean towards the under as well.
Fair enough. We'll go ahead and keep on. Move over to this game.
Yeah, we have a fun matchup here. The Philadelphia Phillies are at the Miami Marlins for this one. We're getting the Phillies around a -140. It's around +130 run back here on the Marlins. Total of 7.5 in this game. We're getting Kyle Gibson and Jesus Luzardo. The pitching matchup in this one. And looking at the pitching matchup, Kyle Gibson is 10-5 this season. He has a 2.94 ERA, a 1.18 WHIP, and 150 innings pitched, 116 strikeouts, and 53 walks. On the other side, Jesus Luzardo has not looked particularly great this year. 5-7, a 7.19 ERA, a 1.69 WHIP, 66 in the 3rd innings pitched this season, 68 strikeouts, and 34 walks. And he's been pitching pretty bad this year. I think there's a reason why the Athletics got rid of him. And I think he could be a little bit better next season when Miami, I don't think they get any better, but I think that this will be a decent rotation for the Marlins come next season when you have Alcantara and Lopez and Rogers and Luzardo. I think that's a sneaky good rotation that can win you some games. So maybe a Marlins season win total over next year. Just looking at that a little bit. But looking at today's game, I'm not trying to bet the Marlins here. And yeah, I did do a free pick video last night, and we know exactly where I'm going. I like the team total over for the Philadelphia Phillies in this one, as there's been two things the Phillies have been doing as of late. They've been winning baseball games and they've been scoring runs. They've won 7 of their last 10 games. They've won 6 in a row, and they've gone over in 8 of their last 10 and 4 in a row. So they're putting up runs, and I expect them to put up some runs here against Jesus Luzardo. And we get a full 9 at-bats for this Philadelphia team being on the road to where if they are winning, like I'm thinking they will be, they should be able to hit that run total. So I like team total over 4.5 here for the Phillies. You're getting a nice plus money on it, plus 110 for it. So that's where I'm going for this matchup.
Sounds good. We have I'm on the Phillies as well. The Phillies have won 6 straight games now. They're starting to turn it around. They're only 2 games back of this division. This NL East is going to be a lot more competitive than we thought it would be, and it's all thanks to the Atlanta Braves getting swept by the Dodgers. So thank you, Dodgers, for making this more competitive for us. But I do like the Phillies in this play. Gibson has been looking solid. Jesus Luzardo has not. And I'm thinking Philly takes care of this game. You're getting a team that's red hot versus a Marlins team who's not particularly good. And it's just under that 150 mark, so I'm able to bet it because I don't like to bet anything more than minus 150. When I saw that, I'm like, yeah, I can get behind that. Taking the Phillies minus 143 today.
Sounds good. Y'all working with Vegas? I've lost like 5 straight bets since y'all. No, we don't work with Vegas. And newsflash, we bet these as well. Every single play you see scrolling on the bottom of the screen, I have my personal money on it as well. So I'm not trying to lose these plays. So I don't know mentioning there. But we'll move on to our next matchup here. We have the Minnesota Twins and the Tampa Bay Rays in this matchup. You can get the Rays for around a minus 200 now, plus 185 run back here on the Twins. A total of 9 in this game. Robbie Dobnak takes on Michael Wacha this matchup. Where are you looking at for this game?
For this one, it's got to be Tampa Bay run line or nothing. I'm not really too interested in going after this game. Maybe a slight lean towards the over, just because Wacha hasn't been perfect. He can definitely get hit. And Dobnak against the number 1 offense in the league, I don't mind going after the over in this one as well. Wacha 2-4, 5.7 ERA. Dobnak 1-6 with a 7.83 ERA. There's 2 pitchers that are not particularly good. And then with Tampa Bay, they have won 8 out of their last 10. But they've lost 2 straight. So before that, they won 9 straight games. This Tampa Bay team is still in elite form. They just had a little bit of a hiccup against Boston, which can't really fault them for it. Boston's a good team. But I like Tampa in this matchup. It would have to be on a run line, but I didn't bet on this game.
Sounds good. Yeah, looking at this matchup here, Robbie Dobnak is absolutely horrible. A 1-6 record with a 7.83 ERA, a 1.65 WHIP, and 43 2/3 innings pitched. He has 25 strikeouts and 12 walks. On the other side, Michael Wacha is 2-4 this season with a 5.7 ERA, a 1.49 WHIP, and 94 2/3 innings pitched, 91 strikeouts, and 26 walks. Now, this for the total would absolutely be a lean towards the over for me in this one. But looking at the side here, we're getting a Minnesota team that is not looking good. They haven't looked good all season long. And I'm actually adding a play onto this game. I already have the Rays first 5 -1/2. I feel like this Tampa Bay team right now is one of those teams where you wake up in the morning, you bet them, and you move on. And that's what I have been doing. And they've been making me some decent money this year. And I they are the number one offense in baseball, putting up 5.35 runs a game. So they are a team that's putting up runs as well. So I'm adding their team total over 4.5 as well. So I have them first 5 minus a half a run at minus 130 and team total over 4.5 at minus 137. I think they put up some runs against Dobnak today. This guy, Dobnak's an absolute can that I think that they'll be able to get some runs against this, the best offense in baseball. And the interesting thing with this Rays offense is who are they really putting up these runs with? Like they average the most amount of runs with a lineup that doesn't really scare anyone. I mean, you're getting players like Randy Arozarena, Nelson Cruz is a nice name in there, Yanni Diaz, Wander Franco, Kelvin Kiermaier, Brandon Lau, Justin Luplow, Manuel Marno, Austin Meadows, Francisco Mejia, Joey Wendell, Mike Zunino. This is a Tampa Bay team that's filled with a bunch of, no names, and they are still putting up runs. They've had so many injuries as well that they're trying to get through. G-Man Choi is injured. Wander Franco is actually day-to-day. Nick Anderson, one of their best relief pitchers, has been on the 60-day IL, and this team continues to win ball games. And I really like this Tampa Bay team. They're a team that they will fight for your money. They will play hard. And they are, I like to say, the best run organization in all of the MLB. And that's also why I have a play here on the Tampa. I bet this yesterday. The Tampa Bay Rays to win the World Series. I got them at plus 650. So if you want to see where I stand with this Tampa Bay Rays team, I absolutely love them here. I took them first 5 run line and team total over, and I also got them to win the World Series.
There you go. That works. We'll go ahead and move on, though. Keep it on because we have a bunch of games still to go over, and along with 3 college football games, so let's keep on moving.
Yeah, we had the Cleveland Indians at the Boston Red Sox in this matchup. We're getting the Red Sox around minus 170 to plus 155 on the other side with the Indians. A total of 9 in this game. We're getting Cal Quantrill taking on Nathan Eovaldi in this matchup. Cal Quantrill is 4-2 with a 2.93 ERA, a 1.21 WHIP, 116 and 2/3 innings pitched, 95 strikeouts and 38 walks. On the other side, Nathan Eovaldi is 10-8 this season with a 3.71 ERA, a 1.17 WHIP, 150 and 1/3 innings pitched, 154 strikeouts and 26 walks. And this is a game where I'm actually leaning towards the Indians in this one. Cal Quantrill has actually looked pretty decent this season. With all things considered, 116 and 2/3 innings pitched, he has an ERA below 3. So, and you're getting nice plus money here with Cleveland, where you're getting them around plus 150, plus 152 for the first 5 innings. So I think that Cleveland potentially has a nice chance to pull off an upset today. They are definitely a dog. I'm saying this live. I did not get to the window with them, but it would be leaning towards Cleveland in this spot.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. I don't see why it would be a bad idea to go after Cleveland today. I'm not betting it, but Cleveland's won 7 out of their last 10. They're actually starting to heat up a little bit. Boston's looking good too. They just did take the last 2 games of that 4-game series against Tampa. So both teams playing well right now. You can get a nice plus price tag for the Indians. No bet in this one, but definitely a lean toward them.
See, I don't think this is definitely not a 1-800 gambler game. Absolutely not. This is actually a decent matchup, and I think there's some value on one side. So, no, I don't think this is a 1-800 gambler game. You get 2 decent pitchers as well.
Plus, the Red Sox are still in a playoff spot. A 1-800 gambler game would be 2 teams that are cellar dwellers.
Yeah, these are 2 teams that are above 500. Keep that in mind. The Indians are not a terrible team. They're 3 games over. So, not a 1-800 gambler game for me. But moving on to the next one here, we have the Detroit Tigers heading to Cincinnati to take on the Reds. And we get Tyler Alexander and Vladimir Gutierrez, the pitching matchup for this one. Around minus 170 for the Reds, plus 155 for the Tigers. A total of 9.5 in this game. Where are you looking at for this one?
I'm going under. I know that I've been going under a bunch of Detroit lately. they went over in all 3 games against Oakland. I just think that was Oakland playing really well and actually being able to hit for once. The Cincinnati team's been struggling to hit. They've been winning games, but they've been struggling to hit. Both teams having really good pitching. So I'm going under. We're just seeing these 2 teams trend heavy to the under. Both teams, 7 out of their last 10. And if it wasn't for that 3-game over streak from Detroit, it would be they would have went under 10 games in a row if they went under in those games against Oakland. So I do like the under in this one. I think that's a solid spot, and I've been making bank betting unders on Cincinnati games. So under as well on this game.
Yeah, looking at the matchup here, Tyler Alexander 2-2, a 4.34 ERA, a 1.27 WHIP, 74 and 2/3 innings pitched, 61 strikeouts and 17 walks. On the other side, Gutierrez is 9-5, a 4.03 ERA, a 1.32 WHIP, 96 innings pitched, 75 strikeouts, 35 walks. And looking at this matchup, I stayed off of it, to be completely honest. I'm actually leaning towards the over in this one. These are pitchers that I'm not particularly trusting. Gutierrez has been okay as of late, but in this spot, I'm not getting to anything. It'd be a lean towards the first 5 run line for the Reds. But once again, I'm not getting involved in this game. This is not a particularly good game that I want to bet.
I got you. Latoya says the over. I'm guessing when she posted that was about the Indians-Red Sox game. Lexio says 1-800-GAMBLER, as in the outcome is too much of a toss-up to put money on.
I don't think so.
I mean, I didn't bet it, so I'm not really going to. Detroit run line, they're losing, but they'll cover the 1.5. Reds have been a smiling pile of poo, and Detroit Lenny will be taking Detroit first 5 money line. Probably.
It's in his name.
He kind of has to at this point.
Yeah.
We'll keep on keeping on.
We'll keep on keeping on here. The St. Louis Cardinals are at the Milwaukee Brewers in this one. We're going to get a great matchup for this game. We get the Brewers here at a -175. It's a +160 the other way with the Cardinals. A total of 7.5 in this game, which may seem low, but we're getting Adam Wainwright and Freddie Peralta, the pitching matchup. Adam Wainwright, get this, 13-7 this season with a 2.97 ERA, a 1.03 WHIP, and 169 and 2/3 innings pitched, 155 strikeouts and 40 walks. On the other side, Freddie Peralta is 9-3 with a 2.45 ERA, a 0.94 WHIP, 121 and 1/3 innings pitched, 164 strikeouts and 51 walks. And I don't understand why this guy is not getting more consideration for the Cy Young Award. This guy's absolutely been phenomenal this season with the Milwaukee Brewers. And fun fact, looking at Adam Wainwright, he is tied for 4th in the major leagues with Walker Buehler for the most wins in baseball. The only pitchers he's trailing, Julio Urias, Garrett Cole, and Kyle Hendricks. I just thought that was interesting. But I think this is a great pitching matchup for this one. There's a reason this total is low, and I actually really like the under in this game. First 5 under to 3.5, unfortunately. I was really hoping to see a 4 for this one. It's 3.5 even money. I'm close to pulling the trigger on that one. I think that these 2 pitchers are able to shut down the opposing team's offense. But at 3.5, I was hoping for a 4 in this game. So I'm going to lay off of it.
Yeah, it would definitely be a lean towards the under. If I could say one more thing about Adam Wainwright before we turn the book on him. Adam Wainwright was named the National League Pitcher of the Month.
Well deserved.
And he pitched really well in that time. And all of his starts logging at least 6 innings, including a 2-hit shutout. Granted, it was against Pittsburgh. And that was one of Wainwright's 3 scoreless starts during this month, including on his 40th birthday. So in 44 innings, Wainwright has just allowed 7 earned runs, so a 1.43, and struck out 36 while going 5-1. And he's been solid this month. I think he keeps going. It would be a lean towards St. Louis as well in this one. You get them at a nice plus money. So lean towards St. Louis, lean towards the under. But ultimately, not enough for me to want to bet it.
Mm-hmm. Fun fact, the Cardinals have better odds to win the World Series than the Mets do. Just wanted to put that one out there.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I would lean towards the Cardinals as well in this matchup. I think there's value on that side. But I didn't get to it. Moving on, we have the Chicago White Sox at the Kansas City Royals in this one. You can get the White Sox for minus 123-ish, plus 113 the other way with the Royals. A total of 9 in this game. Dallas Keuchel and Cesar Hernandez, Carlos Hernandez. Carlos Hernandez. I don't know why I forgot that one there. In this matchup, and where are you looking at for this one?
You smell something?
It smells fishy, doesn't it?
It smells fishy. I don't know why the White Sox would be a minus 119. Granted, they are on the road, but they should be minus 150 favorites against this Kansas City team. That's not good. Kansas City is not particularly good, and they haven't been winning either. They've lost 6 out of their last 10. So, if anything with this one, as crazy as it sounds, it'd be a lean towards Kansas City, just because I feel like the books are doing this on purpose. Minus 119 for Chicago. They want you to go after this one. I feel like this is a trap spot, but I didn't bet it. Lean towards Kansas City.
They are 32 and 34 at home. And looking at this matchup, yeah, this line does seem a little off, to be completely honest. And I may be walking into a trap here. But looking at this pitching matchup, Dallas Keuchel is 8-7 with a 5 ERA, a 1.41 WHIP, 136 and 2/3 innings pitched, 83 strikeouts and 47 walks. On the other side, Hernandez is 4-1 this season with a 3.62 ERA, a 1.21 WHIP, 64 and 2/3 innings pitched, 66 strikeouts and 28 walks. I think the reason why this game is a closer line than we think it is number one, We're good? We're back? We're back? Okay. I don't know what just happened there. Yeah, but looking at this game, I think the reason why the line is closer than it actually is, or that it's supposed to be, or something along those lines, is Hernandez has the pitching advantage over Dallas Keuchel. The White Sox are on the road where they're an even 500 team. And keep in mind they're 22 games over 500 this season. So we have a White Sox team that struggles on the road a little bit. We have a pitching advantage for Kansas City. I'm going back to Chicago White Sox in this game, though, plain and simply because they've been playing good baseball and the team they're playing is not. The White Sox have won 6 of their last 10 games. They've won 3 in a row. And on the other side, Kansas City has lost 6 out of 10 and 4 in a row. So these are two teams heading in the opposite directions. I like the White Sox here on the first 5 run line in this game. I got it at plus 115.
All right, that's fine. We'll go ahead and keep it on. We got 4 games left. We're going to only be speaking about 3 of them because one of them are our best bet. But next game, go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, we have the Atlanta Braves at the Colorado Rockies in this one. You can get the Braves for on a minus 130. It's a plus 120 the other way with the Rockies. A total of 11 in this game, which actually has dropped from 12.5. We get Huascar Yanoa and Antonio Senzatella in this pitching matchup. And where are you looking at for this game?
Man, I was looking at the under last night, and I don't know why, but I totally forgot to bet it. And came back this morning, saw that I didn't bet it, and it was down to an 11. I'm like, damn it, okay. Yeah, I didn't bet this game. If anything, it would be a lean towards Colorado. Same reasons as yesterday. Colorado is an elite team at home. Even though they did lose yesterday, that was a very close game. I think they can win today. It would be a lean towards the under, but I liked it when it was a 12.5. Now that it's an 11, I can't back it right now. Pass on this game. Actually, I don't even think I have any more plays the rest of the slate, so passing on this one.
Yeah, looking at this matchup here, Yanoa is 4-4 this season with a 2.90 ERA, a 1 WHIP, and 62 innings pitched. He has 66 strikeouts and 16 walks. On the other side, Antonio Senzatella, 3-9 this season, a 4.18 ERA, a 1.34 WHIP, 125 innings pitched, 87 strikeouts, and 27 walks. And this is another game where, if this was up at the 12.5, I probably would be able to get a 7 for the first 5 or a 7.5 for the first 5. And I'd probably bet the under 7.5. Obviously, that wouldn't have cashed yesterday. I'm glad I laid off the first 5 under 7 because I kind of did have that feeling that it was going to be a higher scoring game. I was like, it's going to probably be like 7-4 in the third inning. It ended up being, 5-3?
6-5.
6-5 in the fourth inning. So, looking at this matchup, I'm going to stay off this game. This is just, I don't need to get involved in this game. It'd be a lean towards the Rockies at home here. They are a very good home team, as we all know. So it'll be a lean towards them, but I'm not getting involved in this game at all.
Can I just say cashing that under yesterday was a miracle?
Yes.
Because it was 6-5, mid-5, and then finished 6-5. See? You can bet full game unders and still cash, Nick.
Okay.
But we'll go ahead and keep moving on.
You got lucky that one of the best bullpens actually had a halfway decent game, or one of the worst bullpens actually had a halfway decent game there. But we'll look at the next matchup here. We have the Texas Rangers at the LA Angels in this one. We're getting Otto. We're getting Glenn Otto making his second start. He's 0-0 with a 0 ERA, a 0.4 WHIP, 5 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts, no walks. So he had a nice little appearance here in his first game. And he's going up against this guy named Shohei Ohtani. He's 8-1, a 3 ERA, a 1.06 WHIP, 105 innings pitched, 127 strikeouts, and 39 walks. And the Shohei Ohtani guy is pretty good at pitching as well as hitting. There's a reason why this guy is a favorite for the Cy Young Award. On the other side, Glenn Otto, he did have a nice first start.
Not Cy Young.
I said Glenn.
No.
He went up against the Astros. He gave up no earned runs on 2 hits and 5 innings pitched, struck out 7 batters. So he did look halfway decent in his first start. Now he's going to be taking on the Angels in this game. And I personally stayed off this game, but I'm really leaning heavily towards that Angels first 5 run line. You can get Angels first 5 run line minus 125. I think there's some value on that line there. I think that the Angels should be able to take care of business here. Glenn Otto did do decent in his first start. I think he can hit a little bit in his second start here against the Angels. Lean towards the Angels first 5 run line, did not get involved and will not get involved. So I'm passing on this one.
All right, so I'm putting down a bet on Shohei Ohtani to win the MVP at minus 5,000. I put 50 cents down to win a penny. Oh, no, I'm kidding. Shohei Ohtani, yes, he's favored for the MVP. He's actually involved in the Cy Young race as well. I don't agree with that one. He has a plus 4,000, so I'm not accounting that for anything. But looking at this one, it's another pass rating. Maybe a lean towards the under. I think Otto can have another decent game. Shohei Ohtani keeps the scoring down. These two teams have been trending more towards the under. No, actually, they haven't. Texas 5-3-1, 6-4 for the Angels in terms of their over/under record. Nothing I'm interested in for this game. I feel like this one could be another one of those 1-800 gambler games, but I'm not interested in this one. Angels run line? Yeah. I don't mind that.
Yeah, see, the thing with Shohei Ohtani being considered, I know it's 40-1, but you can consider for the Cy Young. I totally disagree with that, considering that he ranks 95th in major leagues with only 105 innings pitched. Granted, I know he only pitches once every 6 days or something like that. Something along those lines. But here are some pitchers who have more innings pitched than him this season. Zach Eflin. He hasn't pitched in a while. Colby Allard. Clayton Kershaw. He hasn't pitched in a while. John Lester. Trevor Bauer. Joe Ross. Eric Fetty. Trevor Rogers, who has been injured. Adbert Alzolay, Adrian Hauser, who's been hurt, John Means, who missed a month, Austin Gomber, who missed a month, Jorge Lopez has got more. It's like, this is not a guy that I think should be considered for the top of the Cy Young Award. Yes, he's looking pretty decent pitching, but he's not the best pitcher in the American League. So, yeah, I just want to bring up that one. We'll move on to the next game, though. We don't have a line for Seattle and Arizona, so this will be the last game we're going over for today, seeing that the Astros and the Padres are our best bet over our picks and parlays. So looking at the Dodgers at the Giants in this one, and oh boy, this is going to be a fun series. We get the Dodgers are on -1. 14, there we go. I was on the first 5 lines, plus 104 the other way with the Giants in this game. Total of 8.5 in this one. David Price and Antonio Desclafani, the pitching matchup here. We get David Price 4-2 with a 3.88 ERA, a 1.32 WHIP, 67 in the third innings pitched, 55 strikeouts and 20 walks. On the other side, Desclafani is 11-6 with a 3.38 ERA. He has a 1.11 WHIP with 135 and 2/3 innings pitched, 127 strikeouts and 36 walks this season. And I mean, we're getting the Dodgers at a -115, but I don't remember the last time we were able to say that. But with that being considered, I'm going first 5 under in this game. I got it at 4.5 at plus 106. This Dodgers team is a team that has been struggling to hit recently. It's a plus 105 now for the first 5 under 4.5. But this is a Dodgers team. They've gone under in 7 straight games. They've gone 1-8-1 over under in their last 10, and they're facing a Giants team that's gone under in 2 straight and has posted a 2-7-1 over under record in the last 10 games. So in their last 20 games combined, 3 games have gone over the total. So it's definitely a spot where I like the under in this game. Desclafani has looked good this season, and David Price hasn't looked as bad as we thought he would. So I like the first 5 under 4.5 here to close out the baseball slate.
I just added that play to my card where I'm taking this game to go under the 8.5. I know it's Desclafani and Price. Price has actually pitched quite well since coming back, 4-2 with a 3.88 ERA. Desclafani's been good all year. And not to mention, these teams have been going under like crazy. 1-8-1 over under record for the Dodgers, 2-7-1 over under record for the Giants. And with how competitive these series is, because keep in mind, these 2 teams, if you look at their records,
they're tied.
They are now tied. This is a big series. I think the winner of this series. Hold on, before I make this statement, do they play against each other again this year?
Got to.
I'm looking it up. Dodgers. And then, no, this is the last Dodgers-Giants series this year, and I think this can have a lot of impact on playoff implications. So, big series. I would actually be leaning more towards the Giants right now, just because I like Desclafani a little bit more than David Price. But my bet for this one will be the under.
Yeah, if you're looking at series prices, the Dodgers are a -180 to win the series.
Okay. But and then we have this game, but Houston Astros, San Diego Padres, as we said, this one is our best bet over at picksandparlays.net. If you guys want to go check that out, links in the description below, or you could use this link, which is also in the description. Get a 7-day pass. Use promo code NCAA. Is that still the code?
NFL,
and you get an additional 20% off. So it ends up being like $71 for a 7-day pass, which is about $10 a day, which me and Nick are putting out anywhere from like 3 to 9 plays a day right now. So well worth the value if you guys want to go check that out over there. So I guess I won't post my personal. Okay. I mean, you can. You post whatever you want.
Yeah, but looking at he says best 2-team parlay would be the Yankees and the Rays. Sure.
That's fine.
I like them both. Keep clicking. Keeping it classy.
Keeping it classy.
Yeah, your best bet is probably not to parlay. Exactly.
I like that. I like that statement. Yeah.
But now we will move on to some college football for this one as we get a couple games today. Should be a fun day of college football as well. And we are kicking it off here with a matchup between the North Carolina Tar Heels and the Virginia Tech Hokies in this one. And looking at this matchup here, you can get the I'm having to go off of baseball and on to college football now. -6 for the Tar Heels in this one, a +190 the other way with the Virginia Tech Hokies. A total of 63.5 in this game. And where are you looking at for this one, Tim?
Well, I pass on this one. If you're looking at, I pass on this one. I know you have a play on this one, so I'll let you go over all the numbers. I just passed on this game.
Yeah, looking at this game, let me look at returning starters real quick. We get a nice ACC matchup to kick it off here, and Virginia Tech returning 15 starters, 8 on defense, 8 on offense, 7 on defense. Carolina is returning 8 on offense and 10 on defense. They're returning 18. And looking at this game, I was looking at line movements in this one, and it was kind of interesting. It finally moved up to 6. And what was really concerning for this one is it wasn't moving for the majority of the week and actually dipped down to 5 at one point when 27% of the tickets are coming in on Virginia Tech. So that's telling me the sharp money is on the Hokies in this one, and I kind of agree with them here. I like Virginia in this game to keep it close, +5.5. +6. I like that line. I also have a half unit on them, +1. I think I got it at +180 on the money line. I think that Virginia Tech could potentially pull off an upset in this game. I feel like everybody in the world is on Carolina in this game. I don't think I have seen anyone on Virginia Tech in this game. And usually when everybody's on one side, I like going the other way. And that is exactly what I'm doing in this one here. I'm going with the Hokies here. +5.5, 6, whatever you can get on your book, 6.5. I like Virginia Tech to keep this game close and potentially pull off a nice little upset here.
I'm just a little bit concerned because I have a feeling this one could be an absolute blowout.
It very well could be.
UNC's a ranked team, and I know they lost to Virginia Tech last year, which is probably why this one's as closely lined as it is. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll go ahead and move on over to this game.
Yeah, we have Old Dominion taking on the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. 31.5 point spread in this one. No money line on this game. A 61.5 total in this one. Team total for Old Dominion is 14.5. Interesting little tidbit there. Where are you looking at for this game?
Well, once again, we love looking at these line movements. And 66% of the money is on Wake Forest. And it's gotten cheaper for them to bet. Which is telling me that a lot of people, not a lot of people, a lot of the money, a lot of the sharp bets are on Old Dominion for today. I know if we're going and looking at how many players each team has brought back, it's not going to favor Old Dominion because Wake Forest has brought back 20 starters. That's the most in the ACC. And then Old Dominion has only brought back 10 starters from last year. So a little bit concerning there. But
31.5 is a lot of points.
But 31.5 is a lot of points. I got it at 32, maybe. I don't remember.
I got it at 32.
So a lot of money coming in on Old Dominion, and that's what I'm buying today. I'm taking that 32.5 points. I think Old Dominion keeps it semi-close to the point where you can cash that team total. You can cash the +32. So that's where I'm going in this one with Old Dominion.
Yeah, I'm on the same side here, and honestly, I can see this game being a 31-0 game and being a complete blowout. And guess what? Old Dominion can still take care of business or still cover the spread on that one. 31.5 points is a lot of points. I'm going with the Monarchs here plus the 31.5. This is definitely a spot where I think they can keep it close. The Demon Deacons, I'm not expecting to be any good this season. Let's see. They are projected for I'm going to be looking at where the The Demon Deacons are projected at 7 wins this season. Old Dominion is projected at 3.5. But I think this is a spot where you can see a nice plus 31 cash. So this is not a spot where I'm afraid to take these points because I'm all over it. So yeah, give me the Monarchs here plus the 31.5 in this game. I think that they keep it close enough to cover this massive spread.
Sounds good.
Sorry, late to the show. Unbelievable. Oh, what's up? Let's get it. Let's cash it today. Hit the like button. Of course, people, hit the like button. As we head into the final game we're going to be going over. We're not going over Michigan State and Northwestern. We personally do not have a play on that one. For me, that's a lean towards Northwestern. But we'll look at this last game here. We have the Duke Blue Devils and the Charlotte 49ers in this one. Minus 6.5 for Duke. Plus 200 run back on Charlotte in this game. And the total is 60.5. And once again, we like to look at where the line movements are. But first, Duke is returning 12 starters.
That's
worse in the ACC. 6 on offense and 6 on defense. And I'm trying to find...
they're on the Conference USA. Charlotte has returned 14 starters, 9 on offense, including their quarterback, and 5 on defense. Keep in mind, Duke does not have their quarterback from last year.
Yeah, and looking at this game, once again, the line movements tells you everything. It tells you a lot of what you need to know about these games. Duke has gotten 66% of the tickets, and it stayed at it actually dipped down to 6 at one point. It's gone back up to 6.5. It opened at 6.5, which is telling me a lot of sharps are coming back on the Chicago team, the Charlotte team at plus 6.5. And I think this is a potential upset spot, to be completely honest, to a straight up upset. And I'm actually going to put half a unit down on this one. I'm taking Charlotte to win straight up here at plus 202. I think that this is a potential upset spot. This is a game Charlotte's going to circle it on their schedule. This is a more important game for the 49ers than it is the Blue Devils. And I think that might show today. So I'm going to go with the Charlotte 49ers here. I took them plus 6.5. And I also just put a half unit on them to win straight up at plus 202.
Yeah, I'm all over Charlotte as well. I know a lot of people are not going to be liking that. It's fine. I like Charlotte in this one. As Nick said, a lot of the money, a lot of sharp money coming in on Charlotte, and we like to go against the public. I know a lot of people are going to be on Duke, a lot of people on UNC, a lot of people on Wake Forest. So we're just going to go the opposite route, and that's fine. And we'll take all the points we can get. 6.5 points, up to 7 points at one point, I think. I like Charlotte in this matchup. I think we get an upset in this one as well.
Fair enough. All right, but that's going to just about wrap it up for this slate.
Yeah, but before we jump into a recap, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. Check out all of the links down in the description between our Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, Picks and Parleys, and Premium Plays, all linked down below. And, of course, check out all the Picks and Parleys family. Craig did his show at 10. That's like a 7-minute video if you guys want to go check that out after the stream. Higgs will be live at 12. Me and Nick live at 10 or 11 o'clock. It's going to be 10 o'clock every single day besides Tuesday and Thursday. That's when I have Lenny on, and I prefer to start the show at 8 o'clock his time instead of 7 o'clock his time, just so he has a little bit more time to wake up, and it's a little bit better that way. So 10 o'clock every day besides Tuesday and Thursday. Thursday. For this semester, at least, we'll be at 11. And, Higgs at 12. Game time decision today at 6. Probably a total chaos tonight at 8:30. I think Detroit Lenny is involved in it. And a Counter-Strike show tonight to go over more of the Group D in Counter-Strike, and a UFC show tonight, Nick?
Yep. That'll probably be around 10 o'clock because I'm going to have a new show over on Picks and Parleys. Pick the Lock is at 9.
Oh, okay, there you go. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into a recap and then head on out for today. A couple plays in baseball, nothing crazy. I like the Mets. minus 137. I like the under in Oakland, under in Detroit. I like Philadelphia, and I like the under in the San Fran LAD game.
And for college
football, Old Dominion and Charlotte both plus the points.
Yeah, I'm looking at it for me. I'm on the Cubbies here, first 5, minus 137. I'm on the Mets, first 5, run line, plus 115. The Yankees, first 5, run line, minus 130. Rays, first 5, run line, minus 130. The team total over for the Phillies at 4.5 at plus 110. I'm on the White Sox, first 5, run line, plus 115. I'm on the first 5 under with the Giants and the Dodgers. That's a plus 105. And also the Tampa Bay team total over 4.5 at minus 137. For college football, I'm on the Virginia Tech Hokies plus 6 or plus 5.5 plus 6. I like the Old Dominion Monarchs at plus 31.5 and the Charlotte 49ers at plus 6.5. And also sprinkles on money lines for both Virginia Tech and Charlotte.
Sounds good. But that's going to wrap it up for today's stream. Nick, go ahead and finish it on out.
Yeah, it's going to just about wrap it up for this one. We want to thank you guys as always for watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we go live here on ESD, which is most mornings 10 a.m. On Tuesdays and Thursdays 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Earle Sports Bet Show. But that's going to just about wrap it up for this one. My name is Nicholas Earle. I was joined here by my brother Tim, and this has been another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. I want to thank you guys as always for watching, and good luck.
See ya.